having that broader discovery availability, suddenly you're part of that larger OCLC universe, and your students will find that, and your faculty would find that. And in point of fact, I would argue that something you might want to think about as you do that would be its impact on resource sharing, because suddenly there's this very large universe of material that, as you say, they're finding it, they want it, they need to get it somehow, and the somehow is you.
Having a web-based ILS and not having to worry about updating Java myself on X number of stations makes a big difference. Before, it used to be I would take care of pulling data from our enrollment database and then uploading it into the server. And now it's completely automated.
WorldShare ILL, it's great because, say, if you commute to work like I do, if I can't get into work, if I'm sick or something, I can work from home because you can use WorldShare from any computer where you can get on the internet. With WorldShare ILL, you've also got the circulation tab right there, so you can go back and forth between processing an ILL request and using the circulation function. So when we're lending, it's very simple.
We have a very large student work population, and we rely on them heavily, but every year you have a new group that comes in, and you have to get them through that training process. And I think for those folks, they've found WMS to be much more intuitive, and so that whole training flow has been able to be a little bit easier, a little bit less fraught for them. Things like even course reserves, for example, are easier to maintain and manage. For a while became kind of a systems and technology role. And now we've taken that systems piece and folded it into continuing resources and created a separate new position there, and taken the person who had been our systems guy and has now been able to step into an entirely new role as kind of an educational design and technology librarian. So we've been able to offer a whole new set of supports and programs for our faculty and students that weren't there before.
Copy cataloging kind of disappeared, need for it. I don't know if copy cataloging is completely 100% gone from our system, but the person who was doing our copy cataloging has now taken on other roles. She is much more active now with our archives. I'm more embedded now in the university's IT community than I was previously.
Using the circulation module in WorldShare can let us look at circulation statistics for each item that we bought through our print purchase on demand program. So I can go back and pull the stats and go to my collection development meeting and tell everybody we spent this much money this year on purchase on demand books or print items, and 60% of those items circulated 3 or more times, which helps us to keep the program running.
Not too long after we implemented WMS, we actually, in an entirely separate initiative, designed and developed a technologically enhanced kind of collaborative classroom, which we brought on about 2 years ago now. And it was a pretty major initiative for us. And I think, again, it was kind of the ability to free up some energies that would otherwise have been caught up in other things that I think enabled us to really pull that off. And we have pulled it off very successfully.